Hey guys, Rob from Infinite Combo back again for our final class video for the Destiny 2 beta. We have the Hunter. So, just like the previous two, there was two playable subclasses in the beta. For the Hunter, it is the Gunslinger, which is of course from Destiny 1, and then the new class, the Arc Strider. We don't know if there will be a third subclass, and they're just keeping them hidden. We don't know if these subclasses are complete. There is a lot missing from these menus, and I'm sure that it was taken out on purpose so that we couldn't see what was going on. So let's just take a quick look at the new version of the Gunslinger. So of course the Gunslinger's ability is Golden Gun, where your super, which is you summon a flaming pistol that disintegrates enemies with solar light. That of course is left bumper and right bumper, or L1 and R1 on PlayStation. The jump abilities for the Hunter, we have High Jump, which is jumping a second time to reach greater heights. Strafe Jump, while airborne, jump a second time with strong directional control. Or my personal favorite, the Triple Jump, while airborne, sustain your air control with a second and third jump. We have 4 grenades for the Gunslinger. We have the Incendiary Grenade, which a grenade whose explosion catches enemies on fire. We have the Swarm Grenade, which is a grenade that detonates on impact, releasing multiple drones that seek nearby enemies. And we have the Trip Mine Grenade, which is an explosive grenade that sticks to surfaces and detonates upon enemies who pass through its laser trigger. So on top of your grenade ability and melee ability, there is a third ability binded to holding the B button. I guess it would be the circle on PlayStation. In this case, we have the Dodge. So we have the Gambler's Dodge. This is basically the same thing as Shade Step, similar to Shade Step that the Night Stalker Hunter had. So the Gambler's Dodge is you hit B and then B to perform a deft tumble, quote-unquote, avoiding enemy attacks. Dodging near enemies will fully recharge your melee ability, so it's not bad for close quarters. Or there's the Marksman's Dodge, which I'm not sure why I don't have this one equipped, because this is more useful for me, is dodging to perform an invasive maneuver with a steady hand. Dodging automatically will reload your weapon, which can be useful in a gunfight. So we have the Way of the Outlaw, which is active, so you have the Explosive Knife. You can throw a knife from a distance that explodes shortly after impact with this melee ability. We have the Chains of Woe. Precision kills, increase weapon reload speed for you and nearby allies. We have Deadshot, which significantly improves your ability to hit with Golden Gun. And 6-shooter. Golden Gun can be fired quickly, up to 6 times, but has a shorter duration. This is the only thing I wish I could deactivate during the beta, because I find that the 6 shots, at least in PvP, aren't that useful, and it really does significantly decrease the duration of the Golden Gun. Now, of course, I'm judging against Destiny 1's Golden Gun. I'm not judging against Destiny 2's Golden Gun, which could have a shorter charge time anyways. So then finally we have the Way of the Sharpshooter. We have Crowd Pleaser, which enables precision damage with the Golden Gun. Precision hits with Golden Gun will generate orbs of light. We have Practice Makes Perfect. Enter a trance with each precision hit, reducing the cooldown of your super. We have Knife Juggler. Throw a knife from a distance. Precision knife kills with this melee ability immediately recharge it. And then Line them up. Precision hits with Golden Gun increase its damage and extend its duration. This is probably the tree that I would use if I'm playing Gunslinger, especially in PvP, because of its ability to extend duration, its ability to create extra orbs of light for your team with precision hits, and being able to just reduce the cooldown of your super by being good with your shots. Plus, it doesn't have the shorter golden gun. I might consider the 6-shooter ability for PvE as a way to kind of deal with a lot of ads, or in the case of boss, just being able to like unload on a boss with 6 golden gun shots could be useful, because it doesn't say anything about reducing the power of the golden gun shots. It just says you can do it 6 times, but it has to be quick. Alright, so now let's take a look at the new subclass, the Arc Strider. So the Arc Strider's signature ability is the Arc Staff. Form a staff of pure arc energy and acrobatically take out your foes. Binds to left bumper and right bumper. This is pretty similar to the Blade Dancer subclass that the Hunter had in Destiny 1. Just you're using a staff instead of knives. So again, the dodge abilities did not change. In this case, the jumps did not change either, unlike the Warlock. The Warlock seems to have been the only one that had changed jumps based on its subclass. For grenades, we have the Skip Grenade, which is a grenade that splits upon impact, creating multiple projectiles that will seek enemies. The Flux Grenade, an explosive grenade that deals additional damage when attached to enemies. And then the Arc Bolt Grenade, which is a grenade that chains bolts of lightning to nearby enemies. The Skip Grenade right now is really strong in Destiny 1, to the point where they ended up nerfing it slightly. And once again, the Flux Grenades and similar grenades that stick to an enemy, they don't instantly kill them anymore in Destiny 2, which is nice. So we have the Way of the Warrior. So killing an enemy with this melee ability will trigger health regeneration and increase your melee damage temporarily. Interestingly enough, because I think I didn't play a lot of Hunter in Destiny 1, but this subclass doesn't have a throwing knife, and I feel like all of the subclasses in Destiny 1 had a throwing knife with their melee. Again, I could be totally wrong. If I am, definitely shout it out in the comments. But you don't get a knife with this ability. We have Combat Flow. Melee kills recharge your dodge ability, which is nice if you're going to be close quarters. Deadly Reach. Dodging increases your melee range, allowing you to lunge further to strike enemies. So all of these kind of put you in close quarters, and of course your super is in close quarters too. So those all kind of work together for being a close quarters kind of character. And then Lethal Current. After dodging, each arc staff hit creates a damaging lightning aftershock. Finally, we have the Way of the Wind. We have Combat Meditation. After critically wounded, melee and grenade recharge drastically. Our grenades, melee and grenades recharge drastically faster. Blah blah blah. Focused Breathing. Sprinting recharges your dodge ability. Increased maximum sprint speed. We have Disorienting Blow. Striking an enemy with this melee ability to disorient the target and nearby enemies. And then Lightning Reflexes. You are harder to kill while dodging. I don't know how I feel about the Way of the Wind. It would be something I would really have to try. I feel like Way of the Warrior just works so well with the subclass, because the Arc Staff itself is a close quarters super, where you're kind of running around trying to get kills with this Arc Staff. So once the full game comes out, we'll have to find out. Alright guys, so that was our final look at subclasses for Destiny 2 for the Hunter. And, you know, I'll be having a lot more Destiny 2 content once the full game comes out. I'm probably going to put a final impressions video up with a little bit of gameplay, either from the story or from the Inverted Spire, which is the strike. I didn't record any of my PvP matches, not sure why, but I'll put up a little bit more content beforehand, and then of course when Destiny 2 comes out, I'm going to be recording a lot of content for it. So thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe. until next time, stay infinite.